So this is day 19, working on managing email subscriptions. I had to restart the stream because it was not showing VS Code, or this is actually Windsurf, but based on with VS Code. So I rename the page manage emails to manage subs. And now I have to double check that I didn't use the name manage email somewhere. It's not linked anywhere, but let's use a plural. I want a recursive grep. And let's see. Okay. I think this is the minimize code. Oh God. So that is in Svelte kit generated. I don't want to look at that. So pipe grep -v dot Svelte kit. Let's remove that. Oh, what's that? Okay, it's difficult to see. Let's do a bit less. Okay, it's still something generated. Underscore up. Okay, build. I don't think it's used anywhere, just making sure. Okay, I know, what's that? Oh yeah, it is used here. In the email template, okay. So in the email template, which is sent by AWS as SES Simple Email Service, which are in a source template. I have to change. I don't know why it's only in HTML. It should be also in the text template. So maybe there is a mistake. I'm gonna check. Go manage email. I'll rename it to manage subs. And the text, let's see, should be there too. Yeah, it's there. I don't know why it wasn't found. That's strange. Manage subs. Okay. Then the other little thing I wanted is to make this a single parameter. So gonna go code is doc ID column code. And I want to check this is start a new chat. Does the character colon need to be, does it, do I need, let's say, do I need to encode the character colon in a URL parameter? I want something that does not need encode. Oh my God. Yeah. Okay. What are the character that does not need to be encoded can I use for separator? Let's see what else. No. Hyphen. Period underscore. So the the Firebase identifiers or document IDs are only letter and numbers. Let's double check that. Firestore. Are the automatically generated Firestore identifiers only letters and numbers? No. Not in my experience. Maybe a different version. No hyphen or underscore. I have quite a few. But anyway, it means cannot trust it. Cannot trust to use that as a separator because it might break. Maybe it won't, but just to not have the risk. These are the safe, no period. So they will they ever have a period in them? And I think I always try to answer diplomatically. You say, "Oh, it might," but let's see, maybe no. Okay, that's not that point. Okay, yeah. Okay, let's use the period as a separator instead of a column, so you don't need to encode it. Excellent. Change that in the text email. We have a C with doc ID and code. And in the HTML email, we want to do the same. We have a C. Yeah, I was suggesting correctly with doc ID and code. Manage subs. Check again. Manage subs. All. So I go here and manage subs. Now we don't have any more two parameters. We have only one. We can get rid of this. With just a code, which is a C. We can, well, I could check now if it's empty, or I could split it and check. I have two parts, and since I have to check that anyway, I think it's better to split it. And yeah, and that will give us, yeah, it will give us an array of two. I can't do this because I have to check first, but yes, after the check, it will be fine. Okay. Let's really just see. No, it's not. Let me see. It's not. I think that is a concept. Is a subscription ID in a way. It's the code and the doc ID. And actually, maybe if we have it, let's call the parameter as well subscription ID. Okay. Is a concept that's coming out now. The subscription is identified not just by the doc ID, but also by the code to be validated. Kind of makes sense. So when I go back to the emails and change this C to sub ID, it's fine. Okay, to keep the parameters short, but it's probably case insensitive anyway. Okay. So we go here and now we have to change that to sub ID already done. Okay. And now here we can do doc ID and code. However, before we do that, yeah, exactly, we need that check. Oh, not sure about throwing there because it's on mount. Well, we can see what happened. I think this will just display an error in the console. Yeah, invalid sub ID, which maybe is okay for starting. We don't want these errors in the console. It's okay for now to stop the execution of following subsequent call. So we got the API URL. And now the API URL is called with the correct doc ID and code. And this code still goes on the front end. And I'm thinking maybe I should split it in the backend. Because here I say, okay, I have doc ID and code. Okay, let's do that. So here we just get the sub ID, not split it. And I will just check if the sub ID is missing. Right, and then call with sub ID. Okay, correct. If the sub ID is missing, we say missing sub ID, which is okay for now, but later we'll handle this case. Otherwise, we call the backend function with the sub ID. That means we need to change this to backend function to say use the sub ID and split it. That is the one. Hold on, what's going on? Okay, so that's fetch interested. It's okay that this returns doc ID and code because it will pass the request. But here, you say if he's not get the EVAS 400, we can say, hold on, then we can say get the sub ID. Yes. And then we can say, now I have the sub ID. Check. Yeah. Yes and no. Oof. Okay, I do this, but the AI is a bit going forward too much. I want to. Yeah. Okay, we can split it twice without any problem. Yeah. The length is no. Check becomes totally redundant because we already checked it exists. If there is a split in two, it means there is a dot. Now we can split. Are we going to split twice? This is a string. Yeah. And code as well. We don't need to cast anymore. Okay. The only thing I'm thinking is, should I do a variable with the sub ID splitting only once? But I think we just introduce a further line of code, not make it clear. I already split here. I would have to introduce a variable here, but I can't easily unless I split the if. But what I can do is to get the sub ID anyway as the first thing. So I have only one if. And just say invalid request. Don't go in detail. So now, instead of having two ifs, we just have one. Yeah, join with or. Oh, I like this more. If the method is not get, or we don't have sub ID, which I just retrieved, or we don't have a dot and two parts before and after, then there is some problem. Then we split it. Okay, Docker code could be empty because the dot could be at the end or the beginning, but those will be checked when we do the query anyway. Don't check too much there. But we need to check this as I suggest. Oh, come on. Yep. If those are not, yeah. You know what? It's true, but at this point we validated enough. So we can go to query. You know that there could be an empty string, but it's difficult because we already had, so we can go for the query. So nothing to do because the query is not done here, not here. It's already done outside. So I think this is fair. It's a fair passing request. It will validate with a query. Okay. Yeah. So here is always returning the code. No, this code is the one from the URL. We got the doc. Oh, which is already typed. Fantastic. Yes. We already validated the the doc ID because we don't need that. The to do now done. We validate the doc ID because Firestore request. And now we validate the code. And now this is almost done, if not done. Yeah. Missing sub ID. Okay. If I put a sub ID, is this missing sub ID because I don't have anything in it? This is still missing sub ID. Put on content. Connection refused. Okay. And there is something else to be handled as well. We need a try catch. Don't know if do it now. I think I will add the try catch just to remember. Not around this throw because that will handle it differently, but from here. Try catch. Okay, we catch an error. And if that happens, oh, okay, for now, we will have to display something like, a little overlay or a little div, similar to one done in the home page. Right, let's test that. So, okay, let's just do this. Just want to see it's me. Okay, yeah. Okay. So, code. I'm not sure. Anyway, so the error state will I will manage it afterwards. Let's see the happy case first. npm run serve, yeah, to run the functions. Okay, this is the Firebase function emulator. Hold on, what did I say? The following emulators are not run. Yeah, okay, yeah. Use production. Okay. Be careful, be careful. All right. So now, oh, yes, bad request because I don't have the column. We can go on with that. Oh, wait a second. That should have been stopped too. Yeah, I missed some checks here. I also want to check that there is a dot. No, I kind of I removed that before, but yeah, I want to leave it. Yeah, or not that. Um, okay, for now, because I will handle that case. Missing or invalid sub ID, okay, and dot one will go to the backend. Okay, and it still say bad request because we are in that case. And if I expand network and I do it again, here you go. Yeah, I got this JSON back. It says invalid request. Now let's make a valid request. So that should return. So I have to go here, interested, and I put a correct doc ID and the wrong code for start. The code is here. Close this. All right, a correct doc ID, invalid code. Mhm. Wait, why does it display invalid request? Because so here, wait, this is too late. I got the doc from fetch. Yo. How to do it, thanks. Now in the console, error fetching document. Hold on. Yeah, which is here because it's code. So this message is totally pointless now. Let's do this. So it says failed to fetch document. Okay. So now I have a check that can try a correct code now, which is here. Let's close that too. Dot and the correct code. Ooh, and now I have the result back, which is validated. The code is returned. Okay, but yeah, it is returned. It's also sent. It's not a problem. Um, the only thing we need here is basically the email and that. We want the email and the mode. Yeah. So yeah, it's okay to return the whole thing. So now we need to first create some visual. Well, okay, let's keep a bare bone interface. We will write an email. Yeah, it just crash because email is not defined. Okay. What is this data thing? Okay, we can use that data email. Mhm. Let's make data like that. We don't need dollar, yeah. Okay. Let's put the email. Let's remove the dollar. Oh yeah, that's a bit of a mess. Let's use the. Let's go to results. We got stringify, which we didn't want. Okay, no, it's okay to call it data, but no stringify. Oh, and finally we got the email out. Okay. So it stays in the form of object. We just need email, so that's the only thing I define here. This maybe should be in some input. I don't think it should be modifiable. So value and maybe in quotes, yeah. And no, cannot change. And disable. And okay, maybe a little bit of style. Then there I display data, which doesn't work anymore because now it's an object. Okay, let's remove it. I don't need it. Okay, so here I write something like email. We need some style input style. Think I might. What happened? Input padding. That's way too much. But 5. I think the column doesn't look good. I think I have already H1 margin bottom 20 pixels. Okay. I think I have already some styling from the forums that I have to use. Probably there is a class for here. Yeah, this style. So let's find the component within this form and see what it does here. I have to use the input component. Okay, forgot about that. Okay, I create a component, which is the right thing to do. So there is an import which doesn't have that path, isn't it? Because here we are in a layout, so I have to do like that, components. Yep. Okay, very good. Now we have input. Let's see how to use it. There you go. I copy the whole thing and then change. Input email, no bind, data, email, type email doesn't really matter. No placeholder because not even is disabled. Equal true, let's say, and required. Okay, it's a boolean. Remove that. What? Can I just do this then? No. Can I? Yes, I can. Okay, so yeah. Okay, there you email. You see how to do the label. I think above is better. Yeah, no label. Mhm. Yeah, maybe something like that. Okay. No need for that. Yeah, I want to say margin bottom 10 pixel. I don't know, or maybe I have to work on make it 20. Okay, nice. Then I know that I have two type of subscriptions: the waiting list and the tester mailing list. So we got to say, and we need to do more calls to the backend, or maybe we can do in the single call, retrieve also all the subscriptions. Yep, that would make more sense. So we'll have to change that, but let's start to do the little front end. I will clarify the idea on what I need for the backend. So here, I need to show those subscription as checkboxes. But that's not the right name of the button. We need to import it. Yeah, like that. But at least, start to look. I don't like much. It's too bold. I shouldn't look at that now. What is that? Font weight. Actually, font. Wait, not 600. Yeah, 500. Ah, which there is a difference with 500 and maybe I don't have the font. That's why. Yeah, there's no difference with 500, 300 because when I get the font, which is here in the layout, I think. And what font? That should be Poppins. Arial? I expect Arial, let's see. Arial. That's not what I want. I thought I put. Oh, and now it's in semi-bold because it's the right font. Okay. So now it's strange because I put Poppins by default in the app CSS. For body. Should I put it here, star as well? So if I go check this other font on paragraph, for example, why I can't do it? Why I can't select it? Oh yeah. And I check font. Yeah, it Poppins. And H1 Poppins. And the bottom Poppins. And this is a different font, but okay. Yeah, I don't know what happened, but yeah, it seems fine now. So we can close the app CSS. Yeah, we got the 500 already here in Poppins, but not for Arial. So now, okay, we tweak the button. We don't need to tweak it. We want to show the subscription. I could do. Mm, I could know about the subscriptions and the names here, but it's better the only the backend knows this information. So it's we'll have to change them in only one place if they will change, and they will for sure. So go back to the backend. I have a little bit too many things open, which is fetch interest. Okay, there you go. In here, that's just a pass. I retrieve that, which comes from the interested DAO. Now, the interested DAO will have a new method that, given an email, will return all the subscriptions. So we need a first call to get the email, and we need one more call. Oh, it's similar to this. but without end mode. So maybe let's put it as first because it's simpler. Find interested by email. So I have to check. This only returns the ID. Instead, we have to return the whole document. We'll not have a check on mode, but only on email. At that point, this get can return a collection. I think so. The docs. No need to do that. That's not what I want. But I want. Okay, so that's where the DAO will not return Firebase objects, but will shield the rest of the application from that. And I'm checking all the other methods. Yeah, already have some for creating interested docs. Doc. I don't understand how can I create an interested doc without without that, because that's saving. Because it's creating them on the fly. So I think I can use this method to say, if you want, you can provide a timestamp. Actually, or not. Yeah, that was Flutter syntax. Okay. What is is an int or what? Uh, Hold on. Where's this interface? It's here in the middle of the other method. Let's put that at the bottom of the file. Yeah, it's a number. I think let's export it to. Right, going back over there. So that is a number, but it's optional. And that's a number, but it's optional. So here, yeah, that's what I want. Use the number I provided, otherwise generate a new one. Okay, so now I can use it also to for existing documents. Right. So when I go here, I want to loop on them or do a map. No. First, I need to change this type. This type it will be in an interested doc array. Is that the syntax? Yeah. If it's empty, return an empty collection. Fantastic. Otherwise, don't do that, but do docs map. Not that, but create interested doc. Yeah, that would be natural. No, method does. Yeah, we have to still get the property out one by one. Mm. Yeah, docs. Promise string. Oh yeah, that's I know. But it shouldn't be a string. Well, because this doesn't work, so it doesn't know it. Doc doc email. This docs is not clear. I think this is better to be called result. If the result is empty, then from the result we get the docs. That makes much more sense. So doc email. This what email mode code. Oh, what is this doc date? Miss- Let's see here where I get the ID out. No, it doesn't do doc data. Why do I need to do doc data there? Because I already did the get. Okay, calm down. Let's do a doc data and then another map with data. Okay. No really any, but doc data returns a query document snapshot. Oh, okay. Can I say the type? Model type. Can I put the model here? Ah, not like that. But okay, let's close the parentheses. Uh, okay, let's try with the AI. And I say let's double check that it really looks like interested dog. I think so, yeah. No, no, because it does not. Because of the timestamp. Mm, 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 mm. All right, let's do that. Keep it simple, man. So now the only thing I miss is what else can I do here? I want to just see the data before I map it because I want to double check how um, the timestamp look like. I think there is a second and nanosecond field. So comment this out. Yeah, so it won't be, it will be an array of any for now. Okay, this is never used. No ID, find interested by email. And we export that function. Okay. Now that we have the function, I can go here. Now I know I have a valid document. I can do find interested by email, which only has the email, not the mode. Interested doesn't go with a plural easily. We need to import it. And what's the matter now? 2 arguments. Oh, no, mode I had to delete it. Okay. So what, hold on a second. Did he change that there? What was before? Control Z. Yeah, that removes that. Yeah, we was returning the doc. But, and that's really what I want, but I want to know what's going on. So, const temp, let's go because that's not the final thing. Temp, which is the list of all subscriptions, which will be 1 in this case, but in an array. So now here, that won't work in that way anymore. So let's not use data, but because it's an array, it doesn't follow that thing anymore, that format. So let's use something else for now. Temp. Let's verify. Okay, we just console log it. Okay, so this doesn't get filled, which is expected. However, nothing is console logged. Not sure why. Maybe because it fails. But then it should. Okay, let's clean that. That's a page. But where is the actual call? No call. How do I? If I filter that, yeah, I can filter with school fetch. Interesting. Yeah, Skype fetch. Okay, there you go. Still return the old format. What is 127? Why is it returning the old format? So what we done here, we pass the request, we fetch the document, we get the email, and we could find trusted by email. Okay, let's suppose the functions here are kind of stale. Let's restart them. Unless it's cached the response. Don't know. So restart the functions. Okay. Yes. And now it's an array. Yeah, so the hot reload kind of failed. That's fine. And now I can see how the timestamp actually look like. And I could, I have this schema for the backend, but Or I could just extract the data and the DAO can encapsulate. There is an interface between the DAO and the database where there is a lack of type safety by definition. Because it's, you know, how do you call it? No, SQL database. Yeah, so let's keep the easy way. We're gonna get created seconds and also the other one, which is updated seconds, underscore seconds. Oh, here, oh, we didn't do anything yet. Okay. So here, we got the email. All I need this document for is for the email. Oops. And we get the list of documents. Now, the response actually it's not anymore a list of documents, but it's a list of interested. Interested doesn't do the plural like that. Let's call it interested list, can't do the plural easily. And also maybe here. So that means I have to change it here. Okay. So now we know how the data looks like. So instead of doing just that, we can add this map. Right. Where I put the metadata code, now we can also go create it and update it. Let's see, create interested doc once more. Yep. Created and updated. This wasn't saved. Okay. Let's go finish this up. Data created, seconds. And data updated, seconds. Format this for me. No, it doesn't. Oh yeah, format for me. Why it does not? Okay. Yeah, now it formats. Oh, maybe there is a delay. Okay. So looks good. So now I think fetch interested. Ooh. No, it still has the old response. Okay, let's restart the server. Oh, maybe now. It may takes a little bit of time. I think it's reloading now. Let's try now to reload. No, still the old one. So stop, start. Wait for it. I think it's already done, yeah. Okay, so pending. Okay, it failed. Doc data map is not a function. So wasn't that? So what was doc data? Wait, let's close this. I don't have enough space. Right, it's inside here. That's why. Yeah, doc data map is not a function. So what's doc data? Doc data works. Uh, returns. Yeah, it doesn't have to do map anymore. This is already a single document. I could call data every time, that would work. Or I can just say I map the document. Yes. Oh, already mapped. Okay, what I need to do is to create a bracket here. No more maps. I'm mapping the document. Inside here, I do doc data. And I can't assign it to data because, oh, I could, but I have to, I know I can. I don't have the global variable here or external. Remove this map. And that's what we return. Ah, yes. So for every single document, we call data, and then we do that. We could call data every time, but it's not really. It would be less efficient, maybe very slightly, nothing to worry about, but also kind of looks worse. So it's okay to have body here. So we can factor this operation. So that should be it. Let's restart the server. We'll have to figure out how to do. What's this Flutter file configure? Where did it come from? npm run stuff. Pending. Bit slow, yeah. But maybe it's because it's the first execution. So the new function. Does it say the time? Yeah, that one. Ooh. Ah, okay, but it doesn't work. What? Why two now? Was it three now? Yeah, four. What? What is going on? Am I duplicating collections? Yes, I am. How come I writing that I'm trying to read? What a mess. Uh, what is actually going on? Okay, let's go slow. And this one was fine. So the mess is here. Find interested email seems to create new documents in Firebase, Firestore instead of retrieving them. I can see the issue. The problem is it's calling create interested doc. Oh, oh yeah. How come I thought? Oh, I thought this was just creating a document itself. But what I need was just this bit. So, which I don't have. So we're gonna say all of this could be resolved if I said this will return a promise string. Now, if I have that, when I use it, now it's return promise string. But if I fix that, okay, I don't need AI anymore. Thanks, that was useful. I want to return a thing of interested dog. Okay, that's great. An array of interested dog. If now I have that, yes, stop it AI now. Okay. It's apparent that a list of string or a list of promises, because they are not even awaited, that would not cut. So now created interested dog. We need to extract this part as a separate function that says no, that says build no. How do we call the type? Is it called interested dog? That will be confusing. Yeah. It's confusing. Interested dog. And we need, it will be synchronous. And we need these parameters. But the type, oh, no, 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 no. No, 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 what mess happened for the AI? Okay, go back, yeah. Let's do this. Parentheses, close. Let's create a function like that. Okay, great. So what this will return is an interested dog. And this is my input. I think this create interested dog should be called save, maybe. The problem of save, it can be also imply an update. Maybe insert going like database. We'll care of that later. So now this is the body. So like that. What's the problem here? Yeah, isn't that isn't that find name interested dog? Isn't it here? I got a save interested dog. That's what it does, yeah. It says I miss a parenthesis. Okay. That is not. Lots of problems here. Okay. I think first, this create interested dog doesn't need that. And maybe my idea of factorizing doesn't work because they have two different data types. And this will not work because they have two different data types. So at that point, those are mandatory. How is it called? TSEC. Okay. Different color? Not sure. Maybe because it's a number. I think this can be simplified. Let's move this near here. Oh, now we have a building trusted talk. Okay. I want to double check. Does TypeScript accept have named parameters? Mm-mm. Yeah, you can have the object. However, if I'm building the object. Now, the usefulness of this function is almost zero. Get rid of it. So, well, if we get rid of it, we avoid also the confusion of names. Yeah, and we say as interested doc. Of course, it will fail for now, but we're gonna say email mode code created times 10 seconds and updated as seconds. Oh, you don't need this anymore. It's just as long the code as the actual implementation, and it's probably clear. I think it's clear. Okay, so now it's actually good that I duplicate all the emails so we can see how the list works, even though after we'll have to delete the rubbish. Let's restart the backend just to make sure we have the latest version of the function running. It's quick, no problem. Okay, so go back to the site. Yeah, I think it's all good. Go. We'll have to display some sort of spinner. But here you go. Some of them don't have timestamps, but it's probably because, it is all messed up now. We'll start clean. Let's check if it's the same in the backend or not. Oh, it's strange. Why some of them don't have a timestamp? Okay, we can see the IDs. Let's dig into this. Ah, ooh, there is no doc ID, but I need it. Dunque, start this and see what fails, because I think it has to be optional. Let's see what failed. Nothing here, strange. Shouldn't that fail? What if I do a build? Will that fail? npm run build. No. Wait a second. This interested dog doesn't even need to be exported. For now. If I do npm run build, I think everything is fine. I'm not importing it. And now I did doc ID. Let's see where I use it. Now I use it only on this file, I know. Right. Oh yeah, I've got the doc ID, easy to fetch. Where else? Why do you want me to? Okay. I think it's really confusing that there is interested doc means two things. Okay. Yeah, let's do the doc ID as well. It now means two things. One is the document inside Firebase, and the other is the external data type that I'm saving. I really need to rename this because document is the Firebase name, and this doesn't have anything with Firebase. Yes, it's still a document, but let's find a different name. What if I call it subscription? No, move. I want to do rename. And now I have a totally different name, even though maybe it's still not very good because it doesn't show they are related unless I rename the collection itself, but that would be much more difficult. And now, I retrieve a subscription. Hold on a second. Yeah. Let's see where else I use this subscription now that I rename. Right, here, which already have doc ID. Here is the interface. Okay, that's it. Yeah, all updated. So now I will be able to see the doc ID here and see why some of them don't have a timestamp, which is really weird. But anyway. So go back to functions. It's not running. Let's run it. Run them. Okay. All right. So now we have doc ID in all of them. Some of them don't have created the timestamp. Why? The first timestamps are there. With a mystery. There is only one of that. This will tell me how many there are, maybe, if I collapse. No, collapse that. No, yes, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And here it looks like it's probably 8, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Why on earth? Yeah, the code is repeated because we duplicated them, which will not be once I fix it, but why on earth some of them don't have created and updated? Not this the function, but it's this. Really weird. Second one. It's like it's warming up. And after a while, yeah, I got that. But then another one without. How is it possible? Let's do a console log of the actual data that we get. JSON stringify. So if I do a console log, yeah, we should use a logger, but it's temporary, so it's fine. We'll go to the backend function log, which let's restart the function first, which you can have a look at the URL that will be shown here in the console soon, which is not this one, it's probably this one. Okay, maybe it's this. Logs. Is this all the logs? Or should I go to functions? Oh, this is the log for the emulator. And then I had to go functions somewhere, which is not here. Overview. Yeah, okay. Ah, okay. Nice. This is logs for functions. So maybe it's all together. Let's see. Now I load the page. Ah, by the way, I was saying cold start and stuff, but this is a local version anyway. Right. Yeah, this is the what's going on? Ah, I see. I think let's go back to the backend. Yeah, I have created and updated, and here is a proper timestamp. It's still created and updated, but it's different data types, so it looks different. Okay. So this is just because when I duplicated incorrectly, I created the wrong object. So never mind. So this is an error will solve on itself as I delete the collection and I insert correct data in the database. So now I want to insert some data in the database. I have to do a subscription. Yep, excellent. Yeah, I have to do something like that there too, but that will be later. So now I have the collection back. And this is correct. And now let's subscribe again another email. Just okay. And now I have two records in the database. And now that I retrieve them, or retrieve only one actually, it will be correct. No, it just failed. I invite a request simply because now the ID is not there anymore and the code as well. So those will be linked in the email. So let's open the latest email. Yep. So if I click here, now we'll have the right ID and code. We test that. No, it's not. The reason why it's not is because I didn't upload the templates. So let's do that. npm run upload templates. Well, still got the old ones. Okay. So that means I have to subscribe again. Well, it will not subscribe twice, but we send a new email with the right template. Oh well, if the function were running, which they are not. So running the function, nice. We also saw that the uh, exceptional case is handled well. Excellent. So now I have the new email, which I have to open. This second email will have the right link. Yes, with a dot. Oh. But it goes online, so that's fine. 5173, I don't remember. 5173, I was correct. Is the front end running? Yes. Is HTTP, not HTTPS, that's why. Um, yeah. Okay, fantastic. So I go now in here. Oh, I expect that. JN9. Mm, correct. And the code is 389770. No, it's not. Why have their own code there? Oh, I know why. Ooh, this is like an edge case. So this will work the first time I subscribe. If I subscribe twice and there is already a subscription, I generate a new code, but the old code will not change. Okay, I know how to fix that. I have to go to the form, and it's okay to generate a code every time because I don't know whether or not the code exists in the database before I submit. But after I submit, I should get the code back from the server rather than the one generated. But I don't even know, am I generating the front end this code or not? Because I shouldn't, I think. Let's see, I'm a bit lost. Handle submit. Yeah, it's all done in the backend, I think. Interested. So there is a bug just in the backend, which is easier to handle. There you go. Let's see where you generate the code. Here, generates the code. And it's fine. Or maybe not. Let's see. Yeah, it just gets the dog ID out here. Assuming that the code did not change. I think let's move it out. Let's generate the code here. Wait. Why? Oh, because it's not an input anymore. Where's generate code? We already removed the import. Is he making stuff up? Hold on. I don't even have a folder utils. Where's generate code now? I had it. Generate code. No, I misspelled. In interested DAO. Here. Hold on. Yeah, I'm finding myself. In interested. Oh yeah. Okay, I see. So I'm pushing that down. It's fine. Yeah. There. So this doesn't need code anymore. That's for now. Push that down. All good, but we need to return to field. Can you do that as a type? Yeah. Okay. Yes. Still have to review this. Hold on. So I generate a code. If I have it, I touch it. That's a problem. Because we also need to find the code. So instead of getting just the ID, now we need the same function. But now we can create it and say create subscription, build subscription. Yeah, let's get a document. We don't need that anymore, this console log. But let's just get that document. Query document snapshot. And that will return. I will do that. maybe. Yeah. Um, we are gonna say now instead of that, build subscription doc. Yes, too. Okay, so that was the list that I just updated to use build subscription, which I will move it down. And now this one will not return a list anymore, but will return a single object subscription or not. So instead of doing that, I will do build subscription passing the document. Okay. So now I can go back where I use it. Which is here. And now is subscription. Can go back to be const because now it's not the same object as below. Now we generate the code only if it's necessary. So if I found it, we don't need to generate. Then we make it easier to make things right. We touch it, and then we return doc ID and code. Excellent, excellent. But doc ID can go back to be a constant. Now, if I need the code, I generate the code. At this point, yeah, okay, yeah. So I was saying no need for the variable, but since I return it below, it's fine. Okay, so now when I use save interested doc, why doesn't just go there? Why open another thing? I'm going to say which one do you want. Okay, this is the definition. I want to see when I use the interested doc. This is the import. Hold on, it's here. Yeah, I just don't get the doc ID only. I get that object has two things. It's unnamed. Let's call it subscription. Okay. Okay. And that should be the fix. So now either I generate a new code or I get the existing one. So let's restart the backend functions. Almost out of time now. Let's wait. Okay. That's because it wasn't started yet. No, it doesn't work. It doesn't work. Didn't expect that. Where are the logs? Nothing in the logs. Do I still have those? And then why? No. I thought that makes sense. Yeah. So what I have to do a new subscription, which is actually using the old code. Yeah, I don't have a file request now. So I need to go here, make a new subscription. This will create an email. Let me delete all the emails. Okay, we create an email that will have the right code for the first time. Well, the first time was fine. The second time. All right, so if I update an existing subscription, I got the email. All right, click on subscribe. Okay, and I got a not found because it's going to the remote site. I have to update to use localhost 5173. And yes, I could do an if as well, if in dev, send the local URL. Maybe I will do it. And now, if I filter by fetch, it does work. Yeah, that's it. That's progress. Yes. Almost out of time now. So I think let's wrap up. Let's create a PR. Manage subs. Retrieve. Okay, let's say it's just retrieve list of existing subs. This will so also need a git add dot. Okay, clean. Now let's create a PR. I didn't push. That will help. It's already quite big, so. Okay. So fetch interested is pretty new. Maybe it's renamed actually. This interested, yes, I will have to rename to create interested or something like that. Decide on naming. Am I using create or insert? Or save? That's the update of the templates. Change the styling. And this is manage subs Svelte, a new file. Okay. Yeah, so it's quite a bit good progress. I'm going to wrap up here. Check out main, pool, git fetch all, git branch, git delete branch, manage subs. Excellent. All right, that's all for today. We go on tomorrow, maybe later today. Let's see.